my name is Michelle Jolene and welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna talk about my son's diagnosis and how I came to get his diagnosis, just all the warning signs and what has happened after the fact. So on my son's second birthday, we had a birthday party for him and everything was fine. Little kids came who were about his age and they all seemed to be on the same level. Nothing to be concerned about. Well, a couple of weeks later, one of the little boys that came to my son's birthday party was having his second birthday party. So of course we went. And when I got there, I noticed that all the little kids had language. But 2 weeks ago, they were all on the same page. Like, there was nothing out of the ordinary. Atlas was fine. He was up with everybody. But flash forward 2 weeks to this birthday party. He's not interacting with the kids. He's very withdrawn. I could just tell something was off. So I came home and I was talking to my family about it, and I was telling them about the birthday party, and I was telling them that I think there's something up with Atlas. And of course, certain people got defensive because they don't want to hear anything is wrong with their loved one. But hey, it is what it is, right? So I start looking into speech delays, and then I eventually found out about autism. Well, I had already known about autism because I had a couple of friends who had children who were on the severe end of it, where you can't talk to them, you can't get their attention. And so I'd only known that. So, through YouTube, I found out about the warning signs of autism and what it looks like. And it struck a chord with me because that was my son. That was all his behaviors. He would take the water bottles out of the trash and he would line them up on the windows. With his cars, he wouldn't play with them or drive them. He would just line them up single file. And he still does that. It's called repetitive play. And also when he plays with his blocks, he does a lot of stimming. I have a video. I don't know how to link videos, but it's somewhere in my, I'll figure out how to link the video below. Well, so there's a lot of stimming and stuff when he would play, and I started recognizing this. So I brought the conversation back up with my kid's father. And he was really upset with me for even suggesting that our son might be autistic, that he might have a brain disorder. It was just a lot. So I struck a deal with him, and I told him that within 6 months, if he doesn't get his language back, if he's not doing better, like, I'm taking him to the doctors, and that was it. That's what we're going to do. So 6 months go by, he doesn't get his words back. Like, there's no improvement. Things are just getting worse. He's not bonding with people. He's not wanting to play with people. Like, the only person he really liked was me. But I'm his mom, you know. So after that, I took him to the pediatrician. And she asked me a couple of questions, or a lot of questions, asked me if I was aware of what autism was, and I explained to her, like, I don't want my son to have autism, but I know he has it, and I need to get him help. So she gives me a referral to Rady's. I go to Rady's Children's Hospital, and he sees a speech pathologist. And she does an evaluation, and she determines right then and there he needs speech therapy. And as for the autism diagnosis, that's not something she can diagnose, so she gives us a referral to a psychiatrist. So after I find out about the referral to the psychiatrist, I realize that that's a couple months away. It's about 2 months away. And she also gives us a referral for a speech therapist to come in to our house once a week. I miss her so much. Her name was Robin. She's so cool. Anyway, so we get all of this. We get the speech therapy going. Robin's coming, and she is working with Atlas. And she only had 3 months with him, but they connected on another level. She got him to like talk, say drive, car, or more, please. Like, she really got him going. She is wonderful. She is amazing. And Atlas and Robin had the same birthday, so it almost felt like it was meant to be. Anyway, so, where am I? Okay, so we're doing the speech. Then it comes time for him to go see the therapist about finding out if he's diagnosed autistic or not. Now, that day was a fight. We had to wake up early. At this time, we had 3 kids. We have a 12-year-old, we have a 2-year-old, we have a newborn. Things are crazy. We have to be there at 8. It's going to take an hour to get there, and traffic's really bad in the morning. It was just a bad day. So we get there. They call us back. She does evaluations with him. She's asking him questions like, do you know what this is? Do you know what this is? To the point where Atlas actually spoke to her, looked her in the eyes, and said, I don't know. And it's like in his diagnosis. Oh, yeah. Anyway, so she tells us that she's diagnosed and I'm autistic. And lo and behold, baby daddy freaks out. Sorry for all this coughing, guys. He freaks out. He starts going off. And it's like, and I'm embarrassed. I am so embarrassed by this behavior that I just start to shut down. I don't embarrass easily, but situations like that will get me like really embarrassed. It's like, stop showing your ass in public. Like, you don't have to get loud with her. You don't have to give her an attitude. Of course she's getting loud with you and getting an attitude back because you hear how you're talking to people. It's just a whole thing. And so we leave there. And now he's mad at me. And things start becoming my fault. But I just carry on because this is my son. Like, what the? Like, yeah, you might be his dad, but you ain't acting like a dad right now. That's how I felt then. I don't feel that way anymore. But that's how I felt then. And I realize now that it came from a place of fear. He didn't want our son. He expressed to me later that he never wanted our son to feel like he couldn't conquer the world because of that autism diagnosis. And I just simply pointed out that he will be the one to conquer the world because of his diagnosis. Well, yeah. So that was the story time, or a rant, or I don't even know what to call this. I'm just going to title it Talking About My Son's Diagnosis. And there it is. Mwah. Love you. Thank you for watching. I have another channel. That one's more story time. That has more to do with me. It's more adult content. I'll link my channel below. Like, comment, subscribe. Please subscribe. And subscribe to my other channel. And thank you. I love you. And I hope that I get to do this more often.